Alright, what's going on YouTube? I know it's been a little while. Got a replay here that I was watching from sc2.com. It's two pro players, OGS the STC and Lynn. This was the oddest Terran strategy I have ever seen. So I've seen something like this before, but this was executed very well. Very well. Yeah, these are really high APM players just spamming their APM. APM's not always the most important thing when it comes down to playing StarCraft, but it does make a big difference. Anyway, I know I've been kind of MIA for a little while, for about a week, but you know, like I've mentioned in one of my other videos, I now have to drive an hour to work, and so it kind of cuts into my StarCraft time. Because that's 2 hours a day that I do additional driving, and sometimes it's a little longer depending on traffic and whatnot. But anyway, the Protoss player is going to open up with a gateway, just one. He's not going to do any proxy or anything. On Metalopolis, what I usually like to do is scout a lot earlier than this, but you know, to each his own. There's not much really happening in the beginning of the game. This is why I normally fast forward through it, but since there's it's a really short game, I figure I would show. Now, when you're scouting, it's a good idea to go to the base that's on the same side of the map as yours, like this, like he did here. Reason why, because you can walk straight over there. If you were to walk up here first and see nothing, then you wouldn't want a small attack force to already be headed your way down the other side. And you want to hit up the Xel'Naga watchtowers on your way around, which neither player did that. So the probe, you know, is really late getting into the Terran base and gets shooed away. SCV, he got his scouting off. We have a Zealot coming out, and the Cybernetics core has been being built. A little marine micro there to get rid of the probe so that he didn't get away. I believe everyone knows that the shields regenerate at a pretty good rate, so do what you can to take care of the probes, because you don't want a proxy or a pylon or something random. So we have two marines. They're going to go over here and get this Xel'Naga watchtower on the west side. Got sentries, one zealot, and a sentry in production with warp gate technology on the way. Excuse me, technology. I just ate breakfast, so it's early in the morning. My mouth is not like exercised. It's not ready to go yet. In fact, I need to clear my throat still. Anyway, with the sentries, what you really have to look out for is Terran. Is if you go early infantry, is they can drop down a force field right here, block the ramp over and over, and especially if they have more than one, then you won't be able to get in that easy. But I know in one of my Terran strategy videos I show that the early infantry push with ghosts, which seems to be a pretty popular video. I haven't really tuned that build order, or tuned it into a build order yet. I don't know. There probably someone has. I just haven't found it yet. I'll look around on Team Liquid and see if I can find it, and then I'll make a more detailed video of the build order. Now there is an expansion going up over here. More on that later. I had to watch this replay like 3 times just to make sure I saw that right. Now there's a pretty decent sized army just off of 2 barracks, one with a reactor, the other with a tech lab, you know, for marauders. The observer catches this attack force, but look at what's coming. There is an engineering bay, so yeah, you can probably predict what's about to happen. So now the observer doesn't see the command center. Of course, he's watching this right now. He's not even paying attention to his base. The command center drops down, and sure enough, planetary fortress. And by the time he catches it, there's an attack coming from the west and a attack being morphed in the base. Now this wasn't an all-in attack. He still left some SCVs at home, but this is a pretty interesting strategy. They're the force fields I was telling you about. Basically, he uses infantry as an attack force, and then his expansion he used as an army unit, the planetary fortress, which you want to place it in a good place like he did, because if this planetary fortress takes out this pylon, all these production buildings go down. But he's also got some SCVs to repair, which they ran up through the mineral line here and around the back so that they didn't risk getting killed. And got his rally point set to the Protoss base, so as his units are being produced, they're walking up to assist. And this is pretty much game. There's not much a Protoss player can do against this unless he sees it coming. If he would have sent his observer out here early, he probably would have had a better chance. Because what you can do is what an opponent can do is get up underneath the command center and prevent it from landing, so this won't work 100% of the time. And I don't encourage strategies like this, but this was pretty funny considering that it wasn't just a planetary fortress by itself. It was actually a army busting in the front gate here, or front ramp, and the planetary fortress. That's two-way attack is very hard to stop, considering the planetary fortress has 1500 HP, and then it attacks, and then your units are attacking as well. But anyway, thanks for watching my videos. Subscribe if you like my stuff, and anyone who has like a replay of like their strategies or whatnot, I don't really mind if you're in silver or bronze leagues. If it's something that's working for you and helping you move up the ladder, feel free to send it to my email address, which is on my channel homepage. But anyway, I'm out.